So let's do this practice. Take a big breath and relax. And as you can, feel increasingly centered in a sense of strength and security. From this space of strength and security, take a moment to explore the different shades of anger. For example, what does irritation feel like? Or resentment? Or annoyance? What does intense anger feel like in your body, in your mind? Even rage, if you can recall or imagine it. What is rage like in your body and mind? Notice the ways that getting angry is stressful and carries with it discomfort, unease, in a word, suffering. Be aware of the costs of anger to yourself and to other people. Be mindful of any attachment to anger. Be mindful of any justifications in your mind, for example, for why it's all right to get angry. I'm speaking here not about a spacious mindfulness that allows anger to arise and pass away, which is very healthy. I'm talking about being aware of any attachment to anger and justification for getting angry, including at yourself. All right. So now let's pick a particular situation. Pick something that makes you mad, or that you have long-standing resentment or brooding grievances about. So with regard to that situation, first, be mindful of how you appraise it. In other words, how bad do you evaluate the situation as being? For example, how bad was it that they treated you that way? Or how bad was it that that event occurred? And then step back and ask yourself, if those appraisals are at all exaggerated. Ask yourself if those appraisals are at all simplistic. And ask yourself what else may have been in the picture, what else may have happened, including your own part, whatever it may have been in the situation. See what happens in your mind and in your body when you shift to more accurate and complex and all-encompassing appraisals of the situation. Can you use these reappraisals as a way to feel less angry? All right? Also be mindful of any righteousness or rigidity about this particular situation. For example, notice any energy or momentum in making a case in your mind or to other people about this situation that has made you angry. Be aware of any moral judgments about the situation or the other people involved. Yes, there is a place for moral judgment, but have you gotten hijacked by the moral judgments or righteousness or even superiority arising in your mind? For this situation, also be mindful of the intentions you might have attributed to other people, particularly negative intentions. Can you imagine a more complex set of wants and needs, purposes, and intentions at work in the minds of the person or the people that you're angry with? What happens in your mind when you open up to a more complex picture about the wants and intentions of others? Is that one more way to help yourself feel less angry? Also be aware of taking things personally, of making the situation about you when, much more likely, honestly, you just got in the way of a wayward log. Notice ways that you might think, "How dare you treat me this way?" Or, "Who do you think you are relative to me?" or that you've made the event mean something about who you are, that those other people treated you in that way. Maybe, honestly, it really isn't about you, that you truly are a bit player in their drama. What happens when you take things less personally with regard to this particular situation? Is taking things less personally another pathway to releasing anger? And as anger releases, open up to other feelings replacing it. Feelings of peace, forward-looking, self-worth, and self-confidence. You're not forcing anything here, and if anger continues to arise, that's all right. It's simply one more cloud, albeit a dark and stormy one, moving through the vast and boundless sky of the mind. But as much as you can, keep focusing on releasing anger and replacing it with more positive feelings like peace and happiness and confidence. In particular, one of those positive feelings to replace anger with is the feeling of forgiveness. The sense of no longer being upset that something has happened. So see if you can find a growing acceptance that the event occurred. Not that you prefer it or are necessarily glad it happened, but that you can accept the reality of it. See if you can even surrender to the reality of the event or the people that have made you angry. Recognizing that it is a kindness to you to find forgiveness for them. Feel a growing distance between yourself and the people or the event or the situation that has made you angry. Maybe imagine that you're looking at it through the wrong end of a telescope, and it's so tiny and far away. Finding a way to a growing peace about the situation, not getting tangled up in it any longer. Knowing that a wonderful way to be kind to yourself is to let go of anger about this situation. And as you replace anger increasingly with positive feelings like forgiveness, also find your way toward whatever is appropriate in terms of determination or principle or future plans related to that situation or the people involved. Knowing that releasing anger and finding forgiveness is a strong thing to do, not a weak one, and that you are not waiving your rights, and that you will make good plans going forward to learn whatever lessons are there to be learned from the situation that has made you angry in the past, carrying that strength and those wise plans forward into your future.